Hello and welcome to Football Now, the first watch along that we're doing. Huge game, Aston Villa versus Arsenal. As you can see, Arsenal fan, a little bit shaky. It's a huge game for Arsenal. Obviously, Aston Villa. Look, would you believe it? We've just started it, and I've got a bloody phone call. Jesus Christ! Hello, I'm busy. Hello, be quick. Yes, yes. Was that it? Is that it? Was that it? Was that? Was that all you wanted me for? Could you? Did you need to ring me for that? Could you not have asked me that tonight? Yes, I'm busy. The most pointless phone call you will ever get. The only saving grace is that it's happened at 5:20 and not 5:30. If that happened as soon as Aston Villa had scored, the laptop will be going through a window. So as I was saying, huge game. We could go 9 points clear off Manchester City. I mean, a bit of a caveat because City is still to play, but I remember the game last season because we were right at the top of the table, 2-2, and then Jorginho takes a strike 93rd minute, 94th minute, hits the post off Martinez into the goal, and I don't think I've celebrated a goal more, maybe apart from the Bournemouth goal when it ended 3-2. But because of the referees in this country, not that I like to talk about referees, but because of the referees in this country, Mikel Arteta is in the director's box. What was that on the phone? It was my brother on the phone. He was talking about Christmas cards. Can you believe it? Christmas cards, 9th of December. And it could. I mean, why that had to be now? Why he could not wait till he got home is beyond me. But hey ho. But yeah, Mikel Arteta is in the director's box because when Declan Rice scored the winner against Luton, he did the cardinal sin of celebrating the goal. Can't do that nowadays. Can't celebrate the goal. Even Rob Edwards was angry that Arteta was punished for that. In fact, Rob Edwards said that if it was him and Luton scored that last minute goal, that he'd have been crowd surfing. So that's one person that we won't be seeing today on the touchline. But looking at the team, still got David Raya in goal, who, I mean, he's going to stay in goal, isn't he, for the foreseeable future because he's not, once you've brought another goalkeeper in, you can't really go back. But is it an improvement on Ramsdale? I don't think so. I think his distribution is good. But so was Ramsdale's. His shot stopping's average. And he does make a few mistakes, He's not comfortable coming for balls and coming for crosses, which I think was Ramsdale's bad point. So I don't really see why we're going to drop 30 million on David Raya when we need to invest that in a striker or cover for Bukayo Saka. But whatever, I'm not the manager. Back four, as you'd expect, Ben White at right back, Zinchenko left back, Saliba and Gabriel. Odegaard, Havertz and Declan Rice. Kai Havertz, absolute goal machine now. 65 million, well worth every single penny. And then Saka, Jesus and Martinelli. I would say, I am going to say, I think that's the best front three in the Premier League. And I'm including Liverpool's in that, and obviously Manchester City. I really do believe that. For Aston Villa, Martinez, who, you know what, I used to love Martinez, and I thought he should have got more chance than at Arsenal. But it's been how do I say this? It's been a right dick since he left Arsenal. Honestly, he can't keep Arsenal out of his mouth. He keeps bad mouthing us. I don't know what his problem is, but whatever. And then you've got Carlos Conzadinha and Pau Torres. Not really any shocks, to be honest. And Douglas Luiz, who be interesting to see how Douglas Luiz does in the midfield because Arsenal's been heavily linked with him. I think we put in a bid for him last January, and we're linked with him again. So I mean, it's going to be a lot harder to get him now because Aston Villa obviously are flying high. Is he even going to want to leave? I mean, they're well in the frame for Champions League places. And then you got John McGinn, Leon Bailey scored a great goal against Manchester City and Kamara. And then Tielemans and Watkins. I mean, I'm hoping that Aston Villa have got their really, really good game out of the system because when they played Manchester City, I mean, they outplayed City. It weren't just a smash and grab. I think Aston Villa had 22 shots to 2. against City. When do you ever see that? When do you ever see City get outplayed like that? Now, I know a lot of people don't like XG. I know, a lot of people don't look too much into it, but a lot of the football clubs now they look at XG as a barometer of where performance is. So I think it's an accurate stat to look at. Aston Villa was nearly 3 against City. City didn't even get 1. How do you not get 1 XG with Erling Haaland up front? This honestly, this is such a good Aston Villa side, and it's not a flash in the pan. It's not, I mean, why can't they continue to get top 4? I mean, what Unai Emery's done, if you think about it, Unai Emery's been in there for about a year, over a year, I think. Steven Gerrard got stacked quite early on last season, and this form has been pretty much instant since he took over. So, this isn't just a good 6 or 7 games and then they're going to drop off. He's shown this for 12 months. So Aston Villa, to be fair, they could get in the Champions League, but I'm an Arsenal fan. We're not thinking about Champions League. We're thinking about trophies. We're thinking about the Premier League title. That's where we're looking at. Manchester City are the ones that are clinging on to that 4th place spot. Manchester United could have gone level of points with City. Mad, isn't it? But then they got thumped 3-0 at Old Trafford by Bournemouth. So here he is, Unai Emery, walking onto the pitch. Didn't work out. I liked Unai at Arsenal, but it was always going to be difficult, wasn't it? Coming off an institution like Arsene Wenger. And I think whoever came in immediately after Arsene probably wasn't going to succeed, but he had to go. I know a lot of people say he should have been given more time, but if you were watching the performances of Arsenal at that time, then you would realise that there was just nothing there in the performances. It was an absolute mess. Whether it was his fault or the players' fault, it gets to a point where you've just got to go at that point, and you just need a change. And I think it's worked out for both of us. Obviously, he's now at Aston Villa, flying high with Aston Villa, and we've got Mikel Arteta, who is super Mick Arteta. I just thought I could just see us doing something stupid in this game. I mean, we got away with it against Luton. Declan Rice, 97th minute, 4-3, conceding 3 goals. I mean, up until that point, we had the best defensive record in the Premier League. And to be fair, I actually think we still do have the best defensive record, but it's just, I don't know. Maybe it was midweek under the lights. And I think we probably suffer more than most there. But I don't want to be too pessimistic. I feel like you can be overly pessimistic sometimes when you're a football fan. But I think a draw would be good. I mean, I did in my preview. I think me and Brad actually both predicted 2-2 for this. I'd take a 2-2. Considering what they've done to Manchester City a few days ago at Villa Park as well. I was hoping that Manchester City game would have taken a lot out of Aston Villa, but with the way that they play, the way they boss Manchester City, I don't think it would have taken that much out of them. First 10 minutes are important. First 10 minutes are important. We need to not play like the away side. If we let Aston Villa play, then you know what's going to happen, because we know they can play. Like I said, we know what they did a few days ago. William Saliba, 0.9 goals conceded in his 42 Premier League games. Not in total, obviously, per game. That would be impossible. There's Arteta in the director's box. Honestly, you can't celebrate a 97th minute winner now. I've just watched a 7-minute video of Roy Hodgson talking about the referees because they got a bit screwed over against Liverpool, and Roy Hodgson would just say, he said that when he walks away from the game of football, he's not going to miss it anymore, which is a shame. He's been in football for 50 years, and he said the handball rule, the yellow cards for time wasting, the how many people can be in a technical area. He's just falling out of love with it. Hang on, there's a chance here. 20 seconds in, down the left. Shit! Oh no, it was Kai Havertz. It was never in any danger. You know what? Martinelli is the best at getting to the byline and whipping it in. He really is. Does Brazilian magic feet. Tell you what, we've not even played a minute yet, but it's already end to end. Corner for Aston Villa. This is where we became undone. We conceded 2 set pieces against Luton, both corners. And I guarantee you that they're going to drop it on Raya's head. I don't know what it is about Arsenal and goalkeepers, but we just cannot come for crosses. I guess that's one thing Petr Cech could do in an Arsenal shirt. I mean, look at that. Look at that. There's literally about 10 men on David Raya. Half of them are Arsenal players. Tell you what, he doesn't have to look small. David Raya there. He's been dwarfed by everyone. He looks smaller than John McGinn. There's literally, honestly, apart from 4 players, everyone is in the 6-yard box. And he didn't even beat the first man. Can't get another goalkeeper, surely. I mean, it would be a huge decision. I mean, to be fair, we've not got Raya permanently yet. I guess we could still pull out. I don't think it's an obligation to buy. I just think it's a gentleman's agreement. I mean, we will buy him. It's not, he's not going to change his mind. But Pep was ruthless. Brought in Claudio Bravo, got rid of Joe Hart after 12 months, didn't work out. Brought in Edison. Now look at them. Can't win the Premier League without an elite goalkeeper. Look at what Alisson did for Liverpool. Edwin van der Sar. For Manchester United makes a difference. How good was Kasper Schmeichel when he was at Leicester? Honestly, you can't win the Premier League without a top-class goalkeeper. And I thought Ramsdale was pretty decent, but he's the same as Raya. I don't think there's a huge difference in ability. And look at that ball into the box. Raya comes for it, drops it. Luckily, Gabriel was there to clear. This is the problem. I know everybody talks about kicking the ball, this tiki-taka, playing it out, and all this nice football. But you've got to be a goalkeeper first and foremost. That's it, full stop. I just don't think there's any improvement on Ramsdale, not compared to the other areas that we need strengthening. The left-back area we need strengthening. We don't have another left-back. We keep playing Tomiyasu there when he's a right-back number 1, and number 2 he's never fit. He's out again long-term. We're defending really deep. I mean, Gabriel Jesus is in the defensive third, and he's the most advanced. But now we're breaking, and this is the problem. There's nobody up front. That's the issue. You win the ball back, but you're defending so deep. You've got nobody to hoof the ball up to. I think it was Jesus who actually won the ball back. Tell you what, Ollie Watkins has been unbelievable this season. You can just tell how confident he is. He just, not just as a striker, but even creating things. He's picking the ball up, he's driving up players. It's just completely different. It's amazing what a new manager can do to galvanise somebody. A bit like what Unai did when he came into Arsenal. I mean, at the start, Unai Emery and Arsenal was, it was very, very good. Went on a massive unbeaten streak before it went tits up. Here comes Saka, star boy. Oh, wow. Martinelli whips the ball in, right foot. Saka, he gets there, but he just can't get enough on it. It just goes out. To be fair, I like the setup from Arsenal. I do like the setup. We're giving Aston Villa the credit they deserve, but at least we're committing men forward when we are going forward. I think a lot of teams don't do that enough. They get so fraught up about not conceding and sitting back that they're not brave enough going forward. Nay, Dark Horse, huge supporter. I ain't gonna laugh like last time, no. I'm wary to the horse on the screen now. Hopefully, Arsenal score so many goals that I'm going to become a bit hoarse at the end of the game. Balls to it. I'll take a 0-0. I don't care. This could be a ball draw for all I care. Take the point, go on, regroup. Honestly, the football from Aston Villa. I literally said 5 seconds ago I'd take a 0-0. And we let John McGinn, of all people, score. Like a knife through a ball. I literally just played through us as well. I mean, we pressed and they just passed it through us like we were nothing. I mean, I don't want to be too critical because you've got to give credit to Aston Villa there, but this is what I said. This is what cannot happen. First 10 minutes, I said, we're going to concede. Look what's happened. I mean, it's Barcelona-esque. It really is. Zinchenko's nowhere to be seen. Look at that. He takes the ball, John McGinn. John McGinn, of all people. I didn't know the Scottish people could play football. Then he turns and he puts it past Raya. Not criticising Raya. There's nothing he could do there. Should have cut that out in the midfield, though. Really should. If you're going to press like that, then you've got to make sure you're cutting out the passing lanes. You can't allow yourself to get played through like that. I mean, it might help the game. You know, he might have to commit more men forward now. Arteta there, not happy in the director's box. Well, that's part of the problem. Even in the director's box, I mean, surely nobody agrees with that. Even if you're a rival fan, surely nobody agrees that you can't bloody celebrate. It's not like you Pablo Di Canio down the touchline, is it? They just flashed up a stat there. 20 games when scoring first. Aston Villa, 118, drawn 2, lost 0. You know what the last game was that they lost when they scored first? Against Arsenal at Villa Park a few months ago, last season. It bodes well, at least. Martinelli, here we go. Got the ball on the left. Could have got. No, he's not. He's cut. Where's he going? Oh, that's football. That's football. All the guys in the box. Oh, I know. We meant to Kai Havertz. I mean, it's too early to judge how we're playing. You know, we're not playing bad. We are going for it. Can you tell? I'm a gooner through and through. If you cut my veins, you'd see red. Well, you see red anyway, blood. But you know, it's not the point I was making. Is a horse's blood red? That's a stupid question. Of course it is. Actually, ignore that. Cut that out. I mean, it's a stupid thing to say, but apart from the goal, it has been a 50-50 game. What are the stats looking like? That ball did not go out of play. I don't need to see a replay of it. You show 4 replays to goal at a time. Why do we need to see another one now? I mean, could Ben White have done more? Yes. Yes, he could have. Who have we got after this? Oh, I'm already looking ahead to the next game. That's how much faith I have. Brighton at home. To be fair, it's probably not as bad as you think, Brighton at home, considering Brighton dropped points again today against Burnley at home. So, well, there's a fact for everyone from Dark Horse. Some animals have copper and not iron fold in oxygen, so their blood is blue. I've never heard that. Is that where the phrase blue blood comes from then? Dark Horse is a fountain of knowledge. I guess you got a big brain in that big head. Well, it's more of a snout, isn't it, really? But see, Aston Villa can just sit back now and break. So, I should support Kai, and I do support Kai Havertz. But you know, when you see that he's the one running onto the ball, your heart just sinks a little bit. You know that the optimism disappears. Tell you what, anything bad that happens, you just know it's going to be nothing to do with Declan Rice. He just controls the game. Everything just goes through him. Never see him panic. Aston Villa have the highest points per game versus the current top half. The only team over 2.0 points per game. Can't Liverpool top. How are Liverpool top of the league? Seriously. Had to rebuild a midfield in like a week. I mean, they shouldn't have won today. They know they shouldn't have won today. Referee really, really screwed over Roy Hodgson. All right, we're not succumbing to the Aston Villa press. We're not losing the ball, but we're not really pushing forward too much. We keep having to play it back. Oh, switch to play. Ball goes out of play. I mean, it's those sorts of balls you don't need to give away like that. You know, just I mean, there's what 75 minutes, or a lot more than that because of the added time of the game left. Just take your time. Don't lose position because Aston Villa. I mean, what's this now? 30 seconds for a throw in. I mean, didn't Tomiyasu get sent off against Crystal Palace? They've still not taken the throw in. Tomiyasu literally got sent off. Bearing in mind, 8 seconds Tomiyasu had the ball thrown in his hand. He got a red card. Time wasting against Crystal Palace. One rule for one. No consistency. See, Aston Villa just sitting back deep in their own half. They're not even pressing. They're not pressing until we enter the half. And we can't even enter the half, honestly. It's just so well organised. Oh, we won the ball back. Kai Havertz. Come on. Please play someone through. Play someone through. Play through Saka. Oh, you know what? He should have gone with his right foot then. It was so predictable he's going to come back on his left. I mean, he's decent with his right foot now, to be fair. He has been practicing, but if he goes on his right foot, if he drops the shoulder, goes on his right, he's got a shot at goal there. Oh, someone's down injured now for Villa. Injured. Oh, okay, it was a bad one, to be fair then. Okay. Fair enough. Hold my hands up. Kai Havertz caught Kamara with his studs. Here we go. How long's this goal kick taking? You know, I mean, 16th minute of the game. This is good. I thought we are clamping down on this, but it's not Arsenal, so you know we'll get away with it. Tell you what, we did well to get out of the Aston Villa press. Then we lose the ball there. Aston Villa got a clear run on goal. I mean, that is where we have gotten better at. I mean, when Arteta first came in, he implemented that from the start, playing out from the back, and it cost us so many goals. But over the seasons, really has sorted that one out, brought in the players to do that. Jesus there pressing to win the ball back. You know, he can do that. He can run for miles, and he's such a team player, but he's not that killer striker, is he, to put the ball in the back of the net? I mean, that's the issue. I mean, last season, when we had such a great season, we were depending on goals from all over the pitch. Just need an out-and-out number 9, like an Erling Haaland. I'm not saying of the quality of Erling Haaland. There isn't anybody but Haaland who has that quality, but that sort of profile, you know. I mean, I guess Eddie Nketiah is sort of like that, but he's just not got the quality, unfortunately. Not to fire you to a Premier League title. I don't know whether he'll revisit Vlahovic from Juventus. I mean, Ivan Toney, of course, he comes back next month. That's flown by, hasn't it? Only seemed like yesterday he was getting suspended, and now he's returning next month, hopefully in the red and white of Arsenal. Not really created any chances. You know what? To be fair, Kai Havertz working hard. He's running. He's almost getting on the end of things. You can tell he's more confident now after getting those goals. Scored against Lons in the Champions League as well. Unai Emery looks like Gru from Despicable Me. Spitting image. We've won the ball back. Dangerous area. Right, who's this? Martinelli. No, it's not. It's Kai Havertz. Play through Martinelli. I think he's off. I think he might be off. I think this flag might go up at the end of this. Oh, we've lost the ball. No, we've won it back. Flag stay down. Hey, what we've got a lot of players for. We've got Gabriel as a striker at the moment. God, Aston Villa they just force you back. It's just relentless. Really showed you how bad of a manager Steven Gerrard was. I mean, difference between Aston Villa under Gerrard and Unai Emery is night and day. Really is night and day. Martinelli on the left, whips in a cross into Martinez's hands. All the play seems to be going through Martinelli on the left. Not really seeing much of Saka, apart from that one shot where he went on his left, when probably should have gone on his right. Oh, take a free kick, give ball away instantly. Can't do that against Aston Villa. Are Aston Villa fans dreaming of the title? I mean, when do you begin to dream? I mean, we were saying the same thing about Leicester. I actually think, this Aston Villa side was a better team than that Leicester side. I mean, Leicester were fighting At the bottom of the table the season before they won the league. Aston Villa have been flying high for about a year now. Do they go top if they win here? No, they won't go top, will they? They might go within 1 point. No, they do go. Oh, is that a live? No, that is a live table. Okay, but they go within 1 point of Arsenal. Youri Tielemans starting to get a few minutes now, a few starts. I know a lot of people question sort of his work ethic when he first came in, but he seems to have transformed a little bit under Unai Emery. They've got a free kick now, and don't know if the angle's going to allow him to go for goal. I hope not, because Tielemans is probably one of the best free kick takers in the league. Saying that, he could probably whip the ball in better than anyone else as well. So it's a lose-lose no matter what we think. Oh, I'll take them out. No, they've just shown me a different camera angle. You can definitely have a shot at goal. I'm going to bed if it's 2-0. If this goes in, I'm going to bed. I'm not being funny. Look at it. 21.50. Youri Tielemans have got a boner. I'm not even kidding. Not even kidding. The problem is he's going to score this. But he's not. He's not taking it. Douglas Luiz is going to take it. Or John McGinn. It takes about 2 minutes to set up for free kicks. No wonder it takes so long for added time. John McGinn into the wall. Oh, here we go. Here comes Saka. If he got to that, knocked it round, he was breaking through. But he didn't, so it's irrelevant. Oh, Saka's down. You don't want to see that. I think it's just a bit of a knock. I don't think it's too serious. If we lose Saka, is that Saka? Can't see that. Yeah. If we lose Saka for any length of time, we've literally got no cover, no out and out right wing cover. I mean, we've got players who can play there, but same with Odegaard against Newcastle. When we missed him, we created nothing, absolutely nothing. By the way, that Newcastle goal shouldn't have stood. Even the referee who ref that game actually said yesterday that number one, he thought Arteta's performance in the match was impeccable. And he also said that if he was sent to the monitor, he would have either given an offside or a foul. He said that himself. The referee of that game said that himself. Odegaard's fed through Jesus. It's been forced wide, no one in the box. Jesus. See, Jesus now dangerous area, but he's on the right. Who's in the box? He should be in the box. That's the issue. That's where you need an out-and-out number 9. Jesus. Saka, he threw. Forced wide. Oh, played it in the middle, but it was cleared. Rice gives the ball away. You don't hear me say that very often. And he's blown for a foul. What's Martinez complaining for? He just always moans. God, Saka was onside for that chance as well. Just plays it into the 6-yard box and there's nobody there for Arsenal. If you have an out-and-out striker, you're there. And as much as I don't think Eddie Nketiah's got the quality to fire us to a Premier League title, that's his strength as a poacher. He was going to be there. A bit like Ian Wright, he knew where to be in the box. Oh, Jesus. John McGinn plays it through. We're fine. We've won it. That's it, Declan Rice. Put your foot through it. I say put his foot through it. Tell you what, he's finding a good pass there to Saka. God, he can do everything. Best 105 million you'll ever spend, and someone's kicked it out of play. Tell you what, Saka's had a few not so great moments so far. What we had over halfway through the half. Not really created any chances. I don't think it's been a bad performance from Arsenal. Don't get me wrong, but even though we are top of the league, I feel like we're still not playing like we were last season. Certainly not as potent going forward. Aston Villa is complaining about the amount of time it takes Arsenal to take a throw. It took about 30 seconds, like 5 minutes ago, to take a throw in. 30 seconds for a free kick. Obviously, we're not sitting back as much now. We've stepped up. That's what we need to do. Aston Villa are going to want to play that from the back themselves. That's what Unai Emery does. That's where you got to win the ball on that in Villa's defensive third. Martinez got a pass back and let the ball run under his feet. He's giving the ball away now. Zinchenko, Rice. We're going backwards to David Raya. That's what I mean. You win the ball back and you got to go back to your keeper. Well, I was praising Raya's distribution. He's just giving the ball away there. I mean, the fans are giving it ooh every time Raya gets the ball. That's when you know that you're nervy. The fans sense it too. Leon Bailey's going to come off. He's injured. He's limping. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know whether he just pulled up something or whether we've tackled him or whatever. But yeah, he got the ball from a pass and had to kick it away straight away. He's not happy. Is Zinchenko going to get himself booked for that? He has got himself, but he didn't need to do that. Tielemans won the ball. The only player ahead of Tielemans is Leon Bailey, who can't run. We've just seen that. So why take the yellow card? Clearest yellow card you'd ever see as well. I mean, that's just a member of your back four now on a booking for an hour. There's just not enough people offering themselves. Every time we've got the balls, like 3 or 4 Aston Villa players around them, there's just no options to pass the ball. See, that's where we got to press there. When Aston Villa are kicking it around in the box, that's where we got to press. You win the ball back there, and you've got a 1-on-1 potentially. Here we go. Moving forward now. Saka on the right. To Ben White. Ben White, no one in the middle. I think it was offside anyway. Was he off? Should never be offside there. Your fullback should never be offside. As a fullback, you are looking directly across the line. You can see the whole play in front of you. You should never be offside. Look at Martinez, but time wasting pretending. Is that a goal kick? Is it a free kick? I'm not really sure. Of course, he knows what it is. He knows the ball won't go out of play. Oh, he won the ball back. Declan Rice, Saka. Oh, didn't get enough on the pass. That's what we need to do. We won the ball back in the final third, and Declan Rice just didn't get enough on the pass. Here comes Saka again. No, in the box. Oh, did get the shot off that time. Just didn't curl enough into the outside. That first real sight of goal, though, took half an hour. But that's what we need to do, though. Win the ball back in the final third. Put the pressure on. I mean, he went on his left foot, but he got the shot off. But, I mean, Martinez said, he's going to be predicting where that ball's going to go. Well, yeah, Aston Villa had a shot up the other end. I didn't even see because there was the replay on the screen. When they cut back to the game, Wally Watkins taking a shot at David Raya. Seems like Aston Villa are just content to let us have the ball now and just sort of sit behind it, try and win it on the break. Well, I mean, I guess if you won it back in the final 10th, I mean, that would be even better. I mean, you virtually scored a goal if you won it on the final 10th. Oh, Ben White's got to get there as well. Well, he stayed in. He stayed in. Odegaard, curl one, left foot. Whisker White. I mean, I think Martinez is probably getting there anyway, but it's better. I think the Aston Villa play just stopped. I thought it was going to go out of play, but that speedster that we call Ben White got the ball, saved it, and then just wide from Odegaard. Martin Odegaard at Arsenal is the player that Real Madrid thought they were getting. But obviously, they never had a manager like Mikel Arteta to bring the best out of him. Oh, a little shove. Get up. They won't survive back in the 60s. It's not foul. It's not a foul. Putting your hand on someone is not a foul. Just literally by the foul. Referees have got to be smarter to that. You're damn right, that horse. Maybe outrageous. Santi Cazorla. He was a true Spanish magician, Santi Cazorla. He needs to come back for a testimonial. We can't let his Arsenal career end like that. The best two-footed player you'll ever see. Remember once he went to take a corner with his right foot and then changed his mind and took it with his left. I mean, what on earth? Special. There goes Martinelli. Havertz. Zinchenko lost us the ball. I mean, we're getting into the box more now. Declan Rice always with his head up. We're playing. We've got 10 minutes and a half to go. We're playing well enough to go in at the break level. Oh, what a ball from Gabriel. Martinez has missed it. Oh, off the line. Martinez came rushing out. He didn't get there. Martinelli chipped him over. Jesus. Oh, Martinelli chipped him and defender cleared it. Just didn't get enough on the chip. This is so much better, though. So much better. Tell you what, Aston Villa looking a bit shaky at the back. I mean, honestly, what a ball from Gabriel. Literally just plays it over the top of everyone. Martinez is absolutely no man's land, and he didn't. I don't even think he's going for a shot at goal, Martinelli there. I think he's just trying to chip it over the keeper to run onto it, but Consa gets there. Is it Consa or Carlos? One of them. I just feel that we've got to get like 2 or 3 good chances like that, not take them, and Aston Villa go up the other end. It'd be typical Arsenal, that wouldn't it? It's not a foul. Just because you got 3 guys on one, don't make it a foul. I didn't touch him. These Villa players are conning the ref. I mean, Aston Villa are playing the ball into the midfield, shielding the ball, waiting for an Arsenal touch, then falling to the floor and getting a foul out of it. I expected more from Aston Villa. But we're on top now. We've been on top for the past, what, 10, 15 minutes? Again, Jesus gets the ball and he's driving out of the box to find space, but we need him in the box. Oh, it's great for Martinelli. Wins the ball back. Here comes Havertz. Shoot. Plays it in. Jesus. Odegaard. Shoot. 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 Oh, great save. Great save. He's took an ace to shoot, but it's not enough power. I mean, he was quite close to the keeper as well, but it's just not enough power or direction. I don't know. I think you expect Odegaard to be a bit better there, It's good for Martin because I don't think he can see all of it. So I think he's just sort of anticipated where Martin Odegaard's going to put it. Best chance of the game. Best chance of the game. And it was great work by Kai Havertz. I saw that Rory Jennings, who don't know what he's talking about, by the way, say that Kai Havertz is not even a Premier League player. This is the same Rory Jennings, by the way. He said it was an outrageous thing to suggest that Erling Haaland was going to win the Golden Boot last season, and very disrespectful to Mo Salah and Harry Kane, and Heung-min Son to suggest that. See, this is where we've got to be careful now. Aston Villa have the ball again. We can't concede after a 10, 15-minute good spell. Foul. Foul! They've literally just taken out Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus in the left-back position, but it's offside. It's offside. Doesn't matter. I mean, it was Watkins through on goal. Ryan saves it anyway, but it's offside. Just going to see if it actually was offside now. I think it was on. I think he might have been on. It's a great save from David Reyes. Kept us in it. Oh, Aston Villa playing through us again. Too much space for them. Too much space that they're finding. Well, Leon Bailey shrugged off whatever it was. Here comes Kai. Kai's won the ball back. Tell you what, he's good at winning the ball back. Played the pass, just couldn't get it in Martinelli's path. What's happening now? The ref stopped it. Is it a foul? What's happening? Oh, we've got a free kick at the halfway line. Missed it. I mean, Aston Villa have had one shot and they've scored. We've had 6. Don't know where the 6 have come from, but here comes Jesus in the box. In the box, shoot, saved. But again, no one in the boxes to get the rebound. That's the issue. It's just don't have that killer striker, don't have that poacher. Throw the ticky-tacky, tippy-tappy bollocks. It's the balls over the top that are doing the damage. But we need, I mean, that's what, 7 shots now, apparently? Need to convert. Oh, what's the XG? Let's have a look at what this XG is. 0.22 for Villa, 0.63 for Arsenal. That's almost as much as what Aston Villa had, what City had. Right, we've got a corner. Saka, Starboy Saka taking it. It was headed over by somebody. I think it's another corner, yeah. Ollie Watkins knocked it over. Decent corner, that, to be fair. Dangerous area. I got a feeling that Gabriel scores from this corner. Just got the feeling. Positive vibes. Straight into Martinez's hands. Oh, and there he goes down, holding his ass. Oh, dear. Oh, I need 5 minutes. Piss off. He's landing on the grass of the goalkeeper. It's what you're meant to do. What's a penalty? He's pulled down Declan Rice in the box. They don't look at that on corners, do they? You might get 1 in 30 that they look at and give that, but you can get away with anything. You get away with murder in the box. I mean, you blow for a foul if that was in the middle of the park. he's just stood on the ball and slipped. Oh, he's won the ball back as well. Just clear the ball, put your foot through it. Oh, how much added times are going to be? There's not been that many stoppages. Not really been any, really, apart from the goal. Literally 1 chance, 1 goal. William Saliba kicks the ball back to his keeper, completely misses it out for a corner. You know what that means, don't you? It's going to be 2-0 Villa. What is Saliba doing? I don't. He sort of kicks it between Raya and Gabriel, and he goes out for a corner. You know what's happening. You know what's happening. Two minutes added time. Yet there's been about 10 minutes every half this season. So where's that coming from? Again, everybody on the keeper. Referee's a foul in there. Look at it, for goodness sake. Cleared by White. Saka, foot through it. Good. Okay, it's out. It's out of the way. How's Pau Torres gone down the wing and whipped in the ball? Centre back. You know, one of my pet hates is when it's like you get a free kick right at the end of the half. Right there, you got no time to do anything. And rather than whip it in the box, you just kick the ball backwards. I mean, what's the point in that? It's going to be half time anyway. Just kick it in the box and see if you can get a chance. Oh, that's onside. Chance. Zinchenko to Martinelli. Got under his feet. I can neither agree or disagree with that horse. Well, actually, no, I will agree. All you got to do is look at the Twitter of Ricky Lambert, Matt Letizia, and Joey Barton, who's been on an absolute madden, who's a misogynistic twat. I mean, he's using misogynism to get a bit of money for his podcast. I mean, how low can you go, really? He'd fit in well at being sports with Richard Keys and Andy Gray. You really, really would. I mean, I've never been in favour of banning headers in football, but listening to Letice, Ricky Lambert, and Joey Barton, I've changed my mind. It's clearly there's some serious damage being done. Oh, he's not blown for half time yet. He's not blown for half time. Is he onside? Oh, Martinez. Martinez comes out. Yeah, good starting position. Fair enough. I think this referee's lost his whistle. I mean, listen, play as long as you want. We're losing. I'll take all the minutes we can get. Okay, he's blown it for half time. I don't know what to feel about that. I mean, we didn't. I don't think we played bad. I mean, certainly the last sort of half an hour or so, we were the better side, but just that one chance, one goal, isn't it? You know, it's so frustrating. I mean, what's the XG? 0.22 to 0.63, 54% possession. We've already had 4 times the amount of shots that Manchester City had a few days ago. And we're losing. Seriously, it's just so frustrating. Oh, let's look at the upcoming fixtures that we've got. I mean, we've got PSV. I mean, well, PSV in the Champions League. I mean, we're going to be playing the kids because, you know, we've already wrapped up Champions League. We're into the last 16. Brighton at home, which I expect us to win. I know Brighton are a tough team, but they're not really losing games, Brighton, but they're dropping so many points. I mean, drawing at home to Burnley today. I mean, I've made my feelings clear on Burnley, haven't I, for the past, 6 weeks now on doing the previews. I think Company's going to go. I don't think they're going to be safe with Company in charge. Then we've got a big one just before Christmas, Anfield away. Bad memories going back to Anfield. 2-0 up last season, 2-2. I actually used to work when I was at uni, a steward for Anfield, and I was at that game, and I was up in the stands at the start of the game. And now, I mean, technically, you're not allowed to watch the game. You've got to watch the fans. Ain't nobody doing that. We're watching the game. So I had the best view because I was right up top. And we went 2-0 up, and that was fine. And obviously, it went to 2-1. And then, final 5 minutes of the game, you walk downstairs and you wait to go out for the final 5 minutes of the game to stand, and you're watching the crowd. And I remember I got down the stairs ready to go out onto pitch side, and I just hear a massive cheer. And I thought, it's 2-2 in it, and it was 2-2. So then we're all sent out because everyone's up and celebrating. So we're all sent out to sort of calm everyone down. Not like anyone's going to take any notice to me. And, you know, I'm 5'9.5". I'm not an imposing figure. So then we have to stand there and we're looking at the crowd, and there's about 8 minutes. You know, there's a lot of added times, about 8 minutes still to go, and I'm sitting there I'm in front of the main stand, so I'm literally that close to the Liverpool fans. And I'm watching there, and it's end-to-end stuff going behind me. And I got to be there looking at the crowd. I'm trying to take a quick look, see what's happening. And I'm getting the Liverpool fan in front of me to give me running commentary of what's happening. Not letting on that I'm an Arsenal fan, by the way. So when he's saying Liverpool's breaking forward, I'm like, yay. But it was terrible. It was terrible. And then I remember we were breaking literally right at the end. I think it was Saka had a pass to Martinelli or the other way around, and he just flunked it. And that, I think, cost us the league. That I really think that, because I think if we don't lose that 2-goal lead there, I don't think we drop 2 goals at West Ham. But whatever. Speaking of West Ham after Liverpool as well. God, that is bad memories. That Liverpool West Ham back to back, 2-0 leads, flunked, and then Fulham as well. Then Liverpool again in the FA Cup, and then Liverpool. Well, yeah, how many times are we playing Liverpool here? So we've got, when's that? Start of Feb. So we're playing Liverpool 3 times in the space of like 6 weeks. I mean, how's that happened? How's that worked out? Oh, what are Aston Villa looking like? I'll tell you what, Aston Villa, apart from today, they've got Brentford, who have been indifferent this season. Then they've got Sheffield United at home, Manchester United away, who have just been done 3-0 by Bournemouth. Then they've got Burnley at home. And then they've got Everton, who are having a good season, but still down there at the bottom of the table. I mean, to be fair, they've had a point deduction. Then they've got Newcastle at home. Newcastle only winning 1 game away from home this season, and that was 8-0 against Sheffield. And then Fulham, Forest, Luton. Tell you what, that is some run of fit. I mean, that goes all the way to March. They've got a nice run of fixtures up until March. I mean, can they win the league? No, I mean, they can't win the league, I mean, I said that about Leicester, but, that's like 1 in, 5,000, but 5,000 to 1, but they could get top 4. I mean, what, you think of top 4? Arsenal, Manchester City are there, I think you can say. I think Liverpool are going to be there. No, just talking about that. I mean, I'm scared to say anything, to be honest, because of obviously what happened with Leicester. I mean, I had egg on my face there, but I think they could be in a good position come March, and that is the crunch time, isn't it? I mean, I've just looked at the Aston Villa's fixtures up until March, and it's a good run of fixtures. It really is a good run of fixtures. They're going to have to drop off to really fall down the table, and I just can't see that happening, because this isn't just a 6-week decent spell for Unai Emery. He's been doing this ever since he's taken over from Steven Gerrard. I think there's an outside chance, but I'm making 4 favourites. Listen, if Aston Villa get Champions League football, that's an amazing achievement, considering last season, when it was under Steven Gerrard, we were thinking, well, could they go down? So, it's a fantastic position to be in. And, if in a knockout if Aston Villa carry on playing like they are doing, they bring in 1 or 2 additions in the summer. We know how good Unai Emery is in Europe. Aston Villa could go deep in the Champions League. I know it's a different kettle of fish, but if you play well and you get a decent draw in the Champions League, we've seen sides go deep in the Champions League who you perhaps don't expect to. Tottenham Hotspur, how on earth did they get to the final? I mean, the final was dead inside 2 minutes, but they still got there. Ajax got to the semi-finals there. You want to associate that side going that deep in the competition. We saw Monaco, didn't we, reach the semi-finals, beating Manchester City. So, if they can get Champions League football, and honestly, I think they're favourites to get Champions League this season, then they could go deep in that competition. I think the league is just a little bit out of their reach just because of the other teams that they're competing against, and of course Manchester City, who I still feel like a favourite for the titles, but stranger things have happened. Really, never say never, but Champions League, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't think Newcastle. I think when I was watching the Everton game, they flashed a stat up about Newcastle's away form. I didn't realise it was as bad as it was. They've only won one game away from home, and that was against Sheffield at 8-0. I mean, me and Brad was talking about it during the previews that we did. It was like Newcastle keeps seeming to be winning games and don't seem to be moving up the table. Well, clearly they don't win games, not from home anyway, away from home. And then just when you think Manchester United are clicking into gear, Eric Ten Hag, by the way, November manager of the month. How much does it pay to get that one? Even when Man United were getting the results, like the Brentford, for example, the 2-1 win, 2 late goals, even when they're getting the results, the performances, I can't remember one performance, maybe apart from the Everton game actually, where you've sat down and gone, United played really well there. And if you don't play well and you are getting results, you'll get found out. You can't keep putting in subpar performances and getting away with it. No, I can't. Well, yeah, it's an iconic moment that, wasn't it? That Newcastle fan fighting the horse. I mean, I'd love to see him have a scrap in the ring. To be honest, I would back the horse. Yeah, as long as it's kickboxing. I mean, if it's just straight up normal boxing, then I don't really see how the horse wins. He's got no feet. He's got no arms, or has he got arms? Would you? I don't know. Horse. Have you got 4 legs or 2 arms and 2 legs? I don't know how that dynamic works. Who do you think are the biggest? What do you think are the biggest things changed at Villa? They're looking. I think it's Unai Emery. I think it's the manager. I mean, when Unai Emery came to Arsenal originally, I mean, I'm a big Arsene Wenger fan. I won't say anything bad about Arsene Wenger, but towards the end of Arsene Wenger's reign, the performances weren't there. It was a bit of a mess, and it was a bit all over the place. Not to the extent that Aston Villa were under Steven Gerrard, but it was bad. And Unai Emery came in and he got them organised. He made sure everybody knew what they were doing, and he got the best out of everybody. He almost overmanaged Arsenal because he had to at that point. So I think it is that, and I think it breeds confidence. When you look at the players play now, there's so much confidence that they've got. I mean, Ollie Watkins, completely different player. It's no surprise to me that he's been called up to the England squad, because he gets on number one. He's looking for the ball. He wants the ball, and when he gets in the ball, he's not just a striker. He's trying to play the ball. He's trying to bring others into play. But Unai Emery has done that with everybody. And if you look at that team, everybody's working together. You can't as a football team. You can't press if everybody's not on the same page. It doesn't work, because if you get some people trying to press and some people not trying to press, then you're just going to leave massive gaps at the back. And it's probably what was an issue with Arsenal right at the start of Mikel Arteta's reign. He tried to implement that. Some players were doing it. Some players didn't want to do it. The players who didn't want to do it, they're gone now. They're gone. And that's why we've come on. And I think Unai Emery is coming straight away, and he's done that. And he's got that stature as well. And I feel like as much as Steven Gerrard had a huge stature as a player, I think to get that respect, it's. I mean, I'm not saying the players purposely down tools for Steven Gerrard, but it's just natural human nature. You are going to try your hardest for a manager that you like and respect. Now, when Steven Gerrard came in, what was one of the first things he did? In his press conferences, in his interviews, he threw Tyrone Mings under the bus. I think he took the captaincy actually off Tyrone Mings, and he threw him under the bus. Now, you could just imagine the respect that Tyrone Mings had from the other players in the dressing room, and how much he was respected. So when you come in and you do that to a senior team member, your captain like that, you immediately lose the dressing room, and then the performances go downhill from there. I think Steven Gerrard, and I got this sense as a player, and I certainly got it as a manager. I think Steven Gerrard just had a really, really big ego. And I don't see, it's, you need to have an ego to an extent, because all elite managers have an ego. Klopp, Arteta, Pep Guardiola, they all have an ego. but you've also got to have the respect of the players, and not just come in to a group of unified players and start chucking your weight around. I feel like Steven Gerrard did that, and I feel like when Unai Emery came in, he did the complete opposite. And what I like about Unai Emery is that he's a foreign manager. He's come over and he tries to embed himself into the culture. When he came to Arsenal, I know a lot of people take the mick out of him saying, "Oh, good evening," but he was always respectful to the media in that sort of sense. And he tried his hardest to learn English. He was doing a lot of English lessons, which helped. He was watching a lot of TV programs. I remember him saying to try and help with his English. Like he'd watch English TV shows with the subtitles off. Ironically, one of the things he said he was watching was Peaky Blinders, so fit right in at Aston Villa, wasn't he? Maybe it was always destined. But I think that makes a huge difference when you've got a manager who's clearly trying to integrate himself into the culture. So you think Arteta is an elite manager? I do. I will. He come into Arsenal halfway through the season when it was an absolute mess, and he won the FA Cup. Now, a lot of people disrespect the FA Cup. They say it's only the FA Cup. Listen, we had a shocking squad. We were playing shambolically poorly, and he still won a trophy. And then he's taken an Arsenal team who weren't even in Europe. We didn't even get Europa League. We was not in Europe at all, and he took us very, very nearly to the title last season. And not only that, but he's doing it again. Maybe I'm not putting him in the same. I'm not going to say he's up there with Klopp and Pep yet, but he's the best of the rest. Outside of outside of Pep and Klopp, who is better than Mikel Arteta? I think sort of you could probably put three managers around sort of the same level. So you've got, well, first of all, we'll say Pep, Klopp, same level. Then beneath that, I think you've got Mikel Arteta, Unai Emery, and Robert De Zerbi. And I think everyone else is below them. And I don't rate Poch like other people do. I don't think he did particularly well with PSG. And, he had Tottenham's best team for however many decades. What did he win? He won nothing. Do you think Arteta knows what his best team is at the moment? Well, Havertz, I assume that is pretty. Havertz is one of the weirdest footballers in the world because he's 24 years old now and nobody knows what his best position is. How do you have somebody like that? He's not a centre forward. I don't think he's a very good midfielder. I mean, he was playing at left back for Germany. He scored a goal from left back as well. I think he's got a skills. He's got a particular skill set, but I just almost don't think he suits for any positions. I think he's a very difficult player to manage. I don't think he's going to be the difference maker in terms of firing us for the title, but he's playing a lot better in recent times. I hold that thought because Martinelli's in the ball. Oh, I thought Martinelli was going to play Kai Havertz then. We've just started the second half, about 50 seconds in. Sean Dyche, to be fair, I rate Sean Dyche. That's on record. Read my Twitter. And I regret it. Penalty! They won't even look at that. They won't even look at that for Arsenal. Oh, we've won the ball back. Martinelli. Oh, Saka just missed it. Saka missed it. Yeah, I actually called when Arteta lost to Brentford on that first day of the season. I actually called for Dyche and Big Sam Allardyce to come in. Is that a penalty? I mean, he catches him. Douglas Luiz, he doesn't. I mean, it looks a penalty in slow motion. Now, I'm not going to be biased there. I would not like that given out a penalty if it was the other way around. So, no penalty given. I'm trying to anti-jinx it, so I said it's not a penalty and then give a penalty. But we've started the second half in good vein. We just need to get on. If we can score early, say sort of before the hour mark, then we got a chance. Or just keep it at 1-0. That's the main thing. Keep it up. Like I said, I'll take a point. I don't think that's a defeatist attitude. You've got to respect Aston Villa as a top side. And a top side away from home, you take a point. Tell you what, they are kicking 7 bells out of Bukayo Saka. If Granit Xhaka was playing in this game, he'd have headbutted someone by now. He'd have sorted him out. He'd have sorted him who's boss. Oh, goal! Surely no. I mean, it might have been Odegaard played through Jesus. I don't know whether it would have been offside if he got there because he weren't far off. But he knocks that round Martinez. I mean, it looked off, but Everton for the league. Well, if Everton didn't have a points deduction, they would be in top half of the table. They'd be above Chelsea. So I'm not going to. We've cleared it. I'm not going to give them Premier League shouts, but with the fuck's sake, it's losing the ball in the final third. I mean, I think we've got enough players back to see this out. We have. It's not an handball. Shut up. Yeah, with the way that Everton are playing, without the points deduction, which I think they'll get some points back, or I think it'll get suspended or something. I don't think it'll stay as it is. Then they could be maybe eyeing up Europa Conference League places because they are. If they keep playing like they're playing, and Calvert-Lewin stays fit, who knows? Who knows? But I'm a big fan of Sean Dyche. I think Arsenal's issue in terms of the Premier League, and I also think it's the same with Liverpool. So do worry about the squad depth. I really don't think there's a whole lot between the starting 11 of City, Arsenal, Liverpool. I mean, that changes a little bit when Kevin De Bruyne comes back. He's one of the best players that the Premier League has ever seen. Of course, it makes a difference, but it's the depth. I mean, I don't think City have huge squad depth anymore, but I still think they've got an edge over Liverpool and Arsenal. But what helps out the rest of the league is the fact that they don't really have cover for Rodri. I mean, he was missing against Villa. Look at that when he was suspended. They lost to Wolves, lost to Arsenal. We had a better side. There's no doubt about it. It's so frustrating that we conceded when we did, and how we did as well. Honestly, like a knife through butter. We are the better side. Oh, take the throw. It's an Arsenal throw as well. That just take the throw. Immediately give away a foul. Lovely. Or throwing or whatever. You take that long for a throw in and you do nothing with it. Odegaard, here we go. Kai Havertz. To Martinelli, it's again, Wesley Konsa did really well there. Martinelli gets that. He's got a run at Martinez. This is matter of inches. Big changes they needed at Old Trafford. Well, Eric Ten Hag needs to go. Eric Ten Hag is not going to improve Manchester United from where they are at the moment. You know, like I said before, even when they were getting the results, they were scrapping the results. You know, they were like the odd 1-0 wins, late goals here and there. They weren't good performances, and that's not sustainable. And people can say the Glazers all they want. Listen, I appreciate the Glazers aren't good owners, right? However, Old Trafford's roof falling down has got nothing to do with the performances on the pitch, has it? The Glazers aren't responsible for the ball being kicked straight at Onana and Onana having all the resistance of a Weetabix. The Glazers also aren't responsible for Højlund not having scored a single goal in the Premier League since he's come in. At some point, you've got to take responsibility. And you know what? A lot of people keep saying that, oh well, Manchester United make X amount of money, but the Glazers are taking most of it, and Man United don't spend anywhere near as much as they make. Well, it don't if you make 900 million, but the Glazers only allow you to spend 400 million of that. Yes, they've taken 500 million out. You've still spent 400 million. You're still spending that money. I mean, think about the other teams in the Premier League. I mean, when Liverpool were playing at their best, I mean, Liverpool made what two big money signings, Alisson and Van Dijk. That was it, really. I mean, you think of the money spent on Alisson and Van Dijk. I mean, they spent that on Pogba and Harry Maguire. Look at the differences. Best keeper in the league, Alisson. I do think it's close between Alisson and Edison, though. I really do. And it's no surprise that those two are the ones that have been winning the league. So important, a goalkeeper. It really is. And that's why Pep was so ruthless. I mean, with Joe Hart, we criticised him at the time. Tell you what, some nonsense going on at the back there from Aston Villa. I mean, Martinez is up there. I rated Martinez at Arsenal. I'm surprised we got rid of him, but he's just for whatever reason the manager didn't fancy him, and we got offered a good price. I got a feeling that the horse wants me to say Pickford. Sorry, horse. I can't stand Pickford. I think the prick. Tell you what, Aston Villa are starting to make a few mistakes at the back. I mean, they're getting away with it. And I guess if you keep getting away with it, or one of the times you've got to go up the other end and score. I do like Pickford's shithousery though when it's against not a team I like. I mean, against Newcastle, what he just grabbed the ball, didn't he? And then he went down in stages. I'll answer that question here because we're in the box and we've got a corner. No, really. And I think if you look at the stats, he would back that up. Arsenal, I think, have been on top. It's not been. There's not too much in it, but Aston Villa, I think about one chance, maybe two, and Arsenal have had quite a few now. Arsenal, there's no bias in this. Arsenal are the team on top, and I think Unai Emery's realised that because he's making a substitution now. Yuri Tielemans is coming off. I mean, yeah, Pickford is funny again, but when it's not against you, Pickford is funny. So yeah, I mean, what 10 minutes into the second half, Yuri Tielemans coming off. I mean, that tells you what you need to know about what Unai thinks of the performance. Jacob Ramsey replacing him. That must have been a shock for him. I say that. I mean, it must have been a shock for him. I think the last thing honest limper expects is for a horse to walk into the post office. But I guess even horses need to post letters, parcels, wheat bales, or whatever horses eat. I don't know. Corner from Saka into the keeper. It's in. It's over the line. Check the watch. Oh, I can't believe that. Oh, how has that not gone in? Saka whips the ball. I don't know what happens. I think it sort of goes over Martinez, hits Martinez. Hang on, there's a replay here. Let me just make sure I'm saying right stuff. Ball comes in. Martinez flaps at it. He pushes it on to Konsa, I think that is, off the post. And it just bounces sort of up and down the line. How's that not gone in? Honestly, Aston Villa are riding the luck. They are riding the luck. And considering how good Villa have been this season and how good they were against City, this is a really good performance by Arsenal. But we just need to convert one of these chances. If we can score within the next 10 minutes, I fancy us for the win with the way that we're playing. Seriously. There's a fly. Is that on my... Oh, no, it's a bird. Not a bird in my room, a bird on the television. That would be dangerous. No. I'd maybe look at bringing Trossard on, just and super sub Trossard and go on Kai Havertz have broken the defence. Plays it in. Martin Odegaard. Put it wide. It's the least Odegaard thing to do. I'd probably rather Odegaard come onto that than Gabriel Jesus, but I don't know whether he's not expecting it or what, but let's have a look at it again. It's expected. I don't know what's happened there. It's just... I mean, that is a classic Odegaard goal as well, that. Ball fizzes in, left foot, bam, 1-1. And it's just horribly mishit or something. I don't know whether it was wind or what. It's got the feeling of one of those games, where you do everything right and the ball just don't go in the net. But Arteta's going to be happy with the performance. I think that's why he's not made a change yet. I think he's satisfied with it. And I mean, surely if it carries on in this vein, it is just a matter of time. Aston Villa have gone to 5 at the back, it looks like. So again, that tells you what you need to know. Zinchenko, Martinelli in the box, plays it through, nobody there. Lose the ball, though. Lose the ball trying to play out. Honestly, Arsenal are on top. Arsenal are on top. Must be a windy day. There's a lot of rubbish, like plastic bags or whatever, flying across the pitch. Tactics from Aston Villa. Look at that. Touches in the opposition box. Aston Villa 1, Arsenal 10 in the second half. Possession 34%, 66 for Arsenal. Shots on target 0 for Villa, 1 for Arsenal. We are the dominant team. Oh, Jesus. Chance for Villa. Chance for Villa. Oh, we got bodies back well. Oh, shit. The chance is still on. Oh, good save. Good save right at the keeper. I don't think Arsenal are in a position to blow it again because again, maybe I'm being too pessimistic. I don't actually feel like we're anywhere near the favourites for the title. I think City are still so much better, and there's still so long to go. That oh my God, Saka's through. He's chipped the keeper. Open net. Scored. Please be onside. Please be onside. Flags up. We'll check it. I was answering a question. I didn't see it. I did not see it. Replay. I don't know. I need the lines for that. I want the lines. That's close. Show me the line. Why don't they show the lines? You know what? With the absolute fast that have gone on, especially with the Luis Diaz goal, I need to be seeing the lines. I need to be seeing the lines. You've got to show the lines. How can we trust you? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Show me the lines. Are you going to watch the darts also? Yes. Yella Clarkson, Chris Landman. Clarkson's done a lot better, in my opinion, than I expected him to do. I mean, he's a quality player. We all know that. But has he got the consistency anymore? I didn't think he had, but played well this tournament. Fair play to him. Yeah. Well, if the flag's up, it's not necessarily offside. I mean, have you seen the officials this season? Douglas Luiz has got a yellow card. He misses the game against Brentford. With a bit of luck, he'll be in the red and white of Arsenal come January or other summer. If we can get Ivan Toney, that could fire us to the Premier League. I mean, Unai Emery is making two more changes. Once again, tells you all you need to know. Oh, he's checking something. His hand's like that. Is he checking the offside? I'm telling you, he's checking the offside. Show me the lines. This is the ref. He's checking something. I don't know what he's checking. He's done that. Oh, he's playing on. What was he checking? No communication. Again, I don't know. They're not telling me. This is the one thing about VAR. Well, this is one of the many things I hate about VAR. I don't know what's going on. When does his ban end? Well, Arteta's next game. Or Klaassen. You don't mean Klaassen. He got banned. Who are you talking about? Arteta's ban ends the next game. It was only one game suspension for three yellow cards that he picked up. All 3 yellow cards were wrong, by the way. Tony. Oh, beg your pardon. Sorry, I've just been talking about him. Next month, January. So it's rolled around a lot quicker than what I thought. But I mean, from what I've been reading, Brentford are holding out for 80 million. Which, you know what, a striker is probably the most valuable player on the pitch. 80 million, considering the prices that have been thrown around for other positions. He's good to score the goals. He's good at, he could fire us to the Premier League trophy. Pay the 80 million. Pay the 80 million. Seriously, worth it. And he's an Arsenal fan. He wants to join. He was on that Stephen Bartlett podcast and he was saying that he wants to join Arsenal. So I'm sure we'll be tapping up Brentford. Brentford don't need him. They've proved that. Let him go. Hashtag free Ivan Toney. I can't comment on that. I mean, we all know what's happened in the past. I'm not going to comment, but read his Wikipedia. No further comment on that. Is he? Oh no, I thought he was checking something again. He's not. He's just making a substitution. Constance coming off, being replaced by Polish Matty Cash. Polish, more English than I am. Got like a great grandfather's dog's cousin's hamster was Polish, so he's plays for Poland. The Donker coming on as well. I wonder if we're going to make any subs. I mean, we're generally quite, we don't mind leaving it quite late for subs if everything's going fine. Everything is going fine, just the final product. But again, this is what we're talking about, which is not as potent going forward. I mean, we never had that striker last season, but we were getting goals from Odegaard, from Trossard, they were coming from all over the pitch. I'd like to see Trossard come on. And maybe Eddie Nketiah, because I think he's good at being to positions that we need him to be, that sort of maybe Jesus isn't taking up. Jesus offers a lot to us, don't get me wrong, because he's here, there, and everywhere. But sometimes you need that one guy, that one player, through the middle, being there. Alan Shearer-esque. I mean, we've just come off the boil now for the past sort of 5-10 minutes. Arteta looking very pensive in the director's box. Aston Villa have caught 74 opponents offside this season. Next highest is Tottenham at 48. Mad. Oh, Aston Villa are in the box. Onto the left. Played it through. Goal! Oh, wow, what a save from David Raya. He almost dived past it. That's a great save. Ollie Watkins played in. Ollie Watkins takes the shot. Raya's diving to his right, and he's almost dived past it, but he's just got there. Oh no, he's diving right into the ball. Sorry, I've got glasses on. Ignore what I'm saying. Either way, it's a great save. Good reflex save. Here comes Martinelli again on the left. Couple of guys in the box now. If he can do something, beats Cash. Oh, it's a great tackle by Pau Torre. He's got the ball back. Here we come. Martinelli on the left. Ben White. Saka. Not enough movement. Saka chips it in. Oh, Jesus was free. Jesus was free in the box, but his touch just took it away from goal. Foul. It's a foul, right? Free kick, edge of the box. I don't think we've scored a free kick this season. Edge of the box. I mean, it might have to be a sort of a goal like this just to get us going. Here we go. Trossard is coming on now. I thought it was only be a matter of time. Super sub Martinelli is coming off. I think he's done okay, Martinelli, to be honest. I think whether Martinelli plays well or doesn't play well, he always tries. He's always positive. He's always getting the ball driving forward. Reminds me a little bit of Alexis Sanchez like that, Alexis Sanchez is not going to shy away from anything. He's always going to try something. You'd rather a player lose the ball trying something positive than keeping the ball and just passing backwards and forwards, Take risks. Odegaard and Rice over this ball. Are they going to try something funky, or are they just going to put one on target? There's a lot of space there to the right of Martinez. Odegaard is moving Aston Villa's ball. What is Odegaard doing? Take the free kick, man. Referee's going to book you in a minute. Declan Rice it is. Goal. It goes low and it does get through the wall, but it deflects. It just takes a bit of power out of the shot. Martinez gets it easy. You know what? It actually hits Kai Havertz. That's what takes the power out of the shot. I mean, if it doesn't hit Kai Havertz, I think it's a simple save for Martinez anyway. Sorry, Trossard it hits. Right, goal kick's taking too long. You got 6 seconds by the letter of the law. It should be a yellow card and an indirect free kick. Blowing a gale outside. Looks like change for Martinelli and Trossard. Trossard just gone to that left. I mean, Aston Villa keep trying to break, but to be fair, we do well at cutting it out. Oh, that's a yellow card. That's a yellow card from McGinn. It is a yellow card from McGinn. He's given it. That's a red card, actually. They are it. A nasty tackle. Odegaard's still down. Oh, that's bad. It's over the ball. It's over the ball. It's bad. Here we go. Slow motion again. Let's look at it. Nasty. 73rd minute. Oh, we've done more than enough. Seriously, done more than enough to score a goal. Aston Villa still, well, I'm going to say they're still playing out from the back. They've just hoofed it forward now. Oh, come on. Watkins just has Saliba in an armbar. Referee does nothing. Declan Rice wins the ball back. Well, he wins it out and puts it out for a throw. Watkins literally has William Saliba in a Kimura lock. Pickens got a chance there, driven into the box. We got a lot of guys in the box, so hopefully there shouldn't be any danger. There isn't any danger. Go that for a goal kick. 15 minutes plus stoppage time, which means there's about an hour left. Oh, well, thank you, that horse. No, you're absolutely right. When I started supporting Arsenal, we were oh shit, just giving the ball away. When I started supporting Arsenal, we had just started our 9-year long trophy drought. I started when I was a kid. I didn't really like football. I wasn't really into it. But my brother was a Manchester United fan. Obviously, there's rivalry between Man United and Arsenal. But just to annoy him, I said I supported Arsenal. I didn't really have any great affiliation. You know, I mean, I got the shirts. You know, I got the Henri shirts. You know, the O2 shirt. I did I get the burgundy shirt? I don't think I got the burgundy shirt. And then as a kid, I also supported France, and I had the France home and away shirt because obviously the Arsenal squad were basically the French squad. So yeah, that was, and then when I actually got into football, I picked up Arsenal. That was the team I enjoyed watching the most. It was the team that I liked as a kid. And the first trophy I saw Arsenal win was the FA Cup against Hull, 2-0 down, win 3-2. So I've never seen Arsenal win the Premier League. I do actually vaguely remember watching the 2006 final between Arsenal and Barcelona. That's probably one of my earliest memories of Arsenal. I remember the World Cup as well in the same year when Italy won it because France was in the final, so I was pretty gutted that France lost. Obviously, it's Zidane with that's more iconic than Italy winning the World Cup. It's not a foul. He's just boxed. Well, he's the book. Declan Rice for nothing. Not a foul. Not a foul. Running out of time. Seriously, running out of time. Aston Villa get away with this. You know, I mean, fair play to Aston Villa. You know, they had one chance, scored it, and then they've defended well. I mean, Arsenal have had a few chances, but they can only blame themselves for not scoring. So, Aston Villa, Unai Emery making another change. I mean, I blame the fact that they banned Arteta for no reason. Call me sour grapes all you want. Lucadinha's coming off, replaced by Alex Moreno. Good player, Lucadinha. Former Everton player, of course. Dark Horse would know all about that. Probably not happy when he left, I would imagine. Come on, take the throw in. Jesus Christ. Like I said, I'll take a point. So, well, Arteta's not looking happy in the director's box. He's that's what he's doing without the glasses. We're still persevering, playing out from the back. William Saliba or calm, cool. Rolls Royce. It's a fat. With the ball. Odegaard tries to turn, doesn't get it. Kai Havertz doesn't get it. Oh God, Aston Villa got people forward. Oh, they're just slowing it down. Good cut out. He has, to be fair, he has. I've a friend who's a big Everton. Oh, hang on, we're through. We're through. Ah. Yeah, no, he has improved a lot this season. Mikel, he's chipped in with a few goals as well, which is always good. To have good offensive qualities as well, rather than just sort of being an out and out defender. Of course, you need to be now the modern day fullback. Don't foul him. Don't foul him. That's good. Saliba wins the ball. Classy. Honestly, one of the best defenders in the league, William Saliba. Really is. Took him like 3 seasons to get in an Arsenal team. We kept loaning him out, but I guess patience is a virtue. He had to be patient. We had to be patient, and it's paid off now. Arsenal are going to make their other substitution, Eddie Nketiah. I would imagine he's going to take off Gabriel Jesus. Long ball over the top to Trossard. Gets it, touches down to Kai Havertz. Trossard, we know what he can do. Remember the Chelsea game? Or tell you what, nearly a killer pass. What's this? No. Oh, the ball has brushed the shoelace off the referee, and no. What's he doing? I think he's saying that the ball touched the referee, and he's obviously you got to stop the play then because of the switch over. But anyway, I was right. It's Jesus coming off for Eddie Nketiah. God, I'm like a Mikel Arteta regen, just more attractive. $10. Oh, it's not been too many stoppages as well. I don't think there's going to be loads of added time, even in this climate. Although Arsenal have won the second most points between the 81st minute and the end of the game this season. 9 points. Liverpool have won 11. Of course, they won 2 more points today, didn't they? Stoppage time goal from Harvey Elliott against Palace. Roy Hodgson not happy about that. Can see why. I plugged my laptop in. Oh, I can smell spaghetti bolognese downstairs. At least whatever happens, I've got spaghetti bolognese and garlic. Well, I don't know about the garlic bread. I always got some garlic bread. Garlic bread? This is the making of champions, isn't it? When your back's against the wall, when you are needing a late goal, you can find that late goal. Obviously, we did it against Luton, didn't we? 97th minute. Oh, getting a bit sloppy now, though. Gabriel hoofing it forward. The referee blown the whistle like, oh, right, okay, one of our guys is injured. Zinchenko's down. Did he need to be down? I mean, he wasn't holding his head. I don't know why the ref stopped it. He should have played on. Oh, no, he's holding his eye. Well, he's fine now. Working hard, Kai Havertz. Tell you what, Matty Cash there. Played a square ball. Eddie and Nketiah nearly got on the end of that. I mean, it's gone out for a throw in the end, but... '84th minute, 85th minute approaching. Trossard's just been on the end of a bad tackle. Referee, course, doing nothing. He's still down. We might kick the ball out of play here. He's still down. He's holding his ankle. No, we're playing on. Go on, lads. Play on. No, we've got to put the ball out of play. Yeah, we have. He's still down. It was a bad tackle. It was a bad tackle. Let's see a replay now. Oh, red. Off. Oh, studs up. Off. Get him off. Filthy. Disgusting. He's up now. That annoys me, you know. When you need a goal, they go down. Ball's out of play, get back up again. Play on. If it was that bad, he'd have been down still, you know. I'll take anything. I'll take a dubious penalty. I'll take an offside goal that they accidentally allow onside. Saliba to Trossard. Overhits it. Overhits it. Don't think we have too much on the bench to change the game. Need a striker. Need Ivan Toney. Drop the 80 million. Get the war chest out. I'll chip in with a tenner. Saliba, just calm down, calm down. Tell you what, William Saliba's composure, 10 out of 10. Oh, Gabriel's is knocked off. Jesus Christ, Saliba bailing him out there. Well, he got the ball though. Zinchenko just fires the ball into Trossard. What's he meant to do with that? Absolute bullet. Eddie Nketiah is down now. It was whacked in the face. I saw it. The referee didn't see it. I saw it. Show me the replay. Show me the replay. Oh, they're not showing me the replay. Here we are. Here we go. Oh, it's an elbow. He banned us. Red. Genuinely, they have to look at that. That's not a natural movement. He's out his arm there and he's banged him right in the face. It's a red card. Eddie's asking for it. It's a red card. Honestly, Jordan Ayew got sent off today. Yes, it was 2 yellows, but he got sent off for nothing, and he only gets a yellow card for that. An elbow to the face is a red card, right? Letter of the law, violent conduct. Saliba, I think William Saliba, arguably our best player today. Arsenal got a lot of men forward now, but we give the ball away. Don't foul him. He wants to foul because he's got nowhere to go. Don't foul him. He's not fouled him, and we've got the ball back through a throw. That's good. How many times do you see a player who's in his defensive third. He don't know what to do. He wants to foul, and he gets one. Smart. Can you imagine Aston Villa beating Arsenal and City in the space of a few days? I mean, what an achievement. Here comes Rice, Odegaard, chips it in. Pick two people in the box. Havertz! Go! Come on! Why did he rule it out? He's giving on ball. Show me. That's the second time I've had the ball in the net. And you show me nothing. That's not a hand. That's not a hand. That's not a hand either. That's not a hand. That's a goal for me. Right, okay. I mean, if it hits his hand, so that this is where the rule is awful. It comes automatic. It hits the hand of Matty Cash onto Kai Havertz. So it's not a penalty, but you rule the goal out for a foul. What? How does that make sense? Let's compromise. Rule the goal out, give a penalty. That's a fair compromise. 5 minutes added time. That's a fair compromise. If it hits both the arms, rule the goal out, give a penalty. I think they check. I think they might be checking Matty Cash. Are they checking? Fuck knows. You know, who knows what they are doing? It's taking an age. This taking an age. Still checking it. So you ruled the goal out for handball and you don't give a penalty when it's hit Matty Cash's hand. How is that fair? How does that make any sense in any world? It doesn't, does it? Oh, fuck off, Unai, and we're giving it all that. Well, what about all that? No, it's taking even longer because Martinez has got a little cut. So now how long is that going to take now? Martinez's cut came from an Aston Villa player, by the way. You've just spent 6 minutes checking VAR. What, and you couldn't fix it then? Absolutely correct. The officials. This was my argument of why having a sin bin is a terrible idea. You're asking the officials to do something else. They can't even get the basics right. How on earth are they going to be able to get something else right? Reece Nelson comes on, replaces Zinchenko. I just don't understand it. If it's hitting both of the arms, how's one a foul and the other one is not? There's a guy vaping in the crowd there. Hey, do something about that. Why is he allowed in? Get him out. That's an unfair advantage, that. Bet we're not allowed to vape in the away end. I mean, we've just restarted play at 93 and 37 seconds. So this could go to the 100th minute. This should go to the 100th minute. John McGinn nearly scored. Tackled by Gabriel, who's just given the ball away. I don't think we've played badly at all, honestly. I can't blame the boys here. Really can't blame the boys here. Why are they booing Saka? Best English player since Bobby Charlton. Rice, Nelson on the wing. Everyone's in the box. Here comes Gabriel. Ball in. Cleared. Lost the ball. Well, we're gonna recycle it now. It's hard to say. There's probably about 4 minutes left. Declan Rice plays to Kai Havertz. Meg, Odegaard, do something. Does nothing. It wasn't Odegaard. It was Trossard. I knew it was hard. Goal kick Arsenal. Probably about 2 minutes left, maybe 3. Not much more than that. Ball up top, straight to Martinez. And Kai Havertz squaring up to Martinez. Don't have time for this, Kai. They're just going to use it to waste time. I'm going to run out. Come on, Kai. Arteta's got a face of thunder. I mean, this whole incident has taken about another minute and a half, so I think this is going to be last chance. Odegaard plays it forward. There's a lot of people forward. Cleared. Right, we've got the ball. Rice to Gabriel to Rice. No, loose the ball. Okay, here comes Declan Rice. Got to do something. Long ball in. And Nketiah, I don't know why he's gone for that. Never, ever, ever get in there. He thinks he's 7'4". What's he think he's doing? Trossard was there waiting on the left, coming in on that, and he just sticks his head on it. I mean, it was offside anyway, actually, but Trossard wasn't. Oh, why is he? Decision making, Freddie's just not there. And you know what? What is he? 22, 23 now? It ain't going to come. Move him on. Love Eddie. Move him on, though. You've got to be ruthless. You've got to be cruel to be kind in this game. Arteta's gone from the director's box. He's going down there to leather Unai Emery. Oh, put your phone away. Enjoy the moment, man. Sure, bloody modern day generation. Full time. I mean, fair play, Aston Villa. I don't think Arsenal played badly there. Um, I mean, they've had two really hard games against the top of the table. Well, not top of the table. City weren't really, but defending champions on top of the table, Arsenal, City. I don't think that. I don't think Aston Villa did great going forward, but I guess you don't need to when you get an early goal. They had one chance and they scored it. I thought Arsenal were fairly decent going forward, but it comes back to that thing again. Who's putting the ball in the back of the net? Gabriel Jesus, great player. You don't play for Manchester City and Arsenal by not being a great player, but is he a goal scorer? Well, he wasn't a goal scorer in Man City. I mean, Man City needed a striker, and he wasn't playing. Hence why they got rid of him. Now, if you need a striker and you're not playing a striker, maybe you're not the answer to the goal scorer. It was, I mean, Odegaard didn't have his best game. He had a chance that he just scuffed. I think probably our best player was William Saliba. And when your best player is a defender in a defeat, sort of tells you all you need to know. But no, fair play Aston Villa. I'm not going to moan. I'm not going to sit here and make excuses. Aston Villa played well. I thought it was an even game. It could have been any result really. I'm not going to complain about the referee. Well, no, I am actually going to complain about the referees because I didn't see the line for the offside goal for a kickoff. And how can you roll a goal out for handball when the defenders handballed it as well? I mean, Brad's just messaged me saying Liverpool top of the league. He can fuck off. Not doing any more videos with him. They ain't going to stay there. We all know that. You wait today. Go to Villa Park. Wait till Liverpool go to Villa Park. They had to help out by the officials today. And you know what? I bloody love Brad to say anything about the officials because I tell you what, Jurgen Klopp ain't going to say a thing because he knows that Crystal Palace were done by the official. He ain't going to say a word about the official. You watch next week. You watch our previews. I'm going to quiz him on the officials. He ain't going to say boo to a goose. Aston Villa aren't winning the league. Aston Villa are not going to win the league. If Aston Villa win the league, what will I do? I will. If Aston Villa win the league, I will give money to charity. Only a tenner. I'm not stupid. Not after the whole Leicester situation, but hope you've all enjoyed watching. I haven't enjoyed doing this. Not after that result, I'd have enjoyed it for a 1-1. I'd have taken a 1-1. I'd have been quite happy. You know what? Even if it was a 1-0 loss, but we got a penalty and it was in our hands. Fair enough. Like I said, fair compromise. All right, 2 handballs, take the goal away, give a penalty. I'd have been fine with that. I'd have been fine with that. That would have been fair. The only solace that I will take from that is that Brad isn't going to move ahead of me on this result in the prediction league. But to be fair, we both predicted 2-2, so I can't even take solace from that because it would have had no effect. I guess the only thing I've got to look forward to is spaghetti bolognese downstairs, and even then I don't know if I've got garlic bread. But like I said, fair play, Unai Emery, fair play, Aston Villa, deserve it. I think they'll get Champions League football. They deserve it. They are one of the top 4 teams in the country. I'm turning TV off. I'm not watching these Aston Villa fans. And I hope you guys tune in next week. I'm sure we'll be doing more of these watch-alongs. Hopefully we'll be having some better results. I mean, if this turns out to be some bloody jinx, then if this turns out to be a jinx, these watch-alongs, then we're going to be doing a lot of Liverpool games, let me tell you that. But yeah, tune in next week for some more football previews. I think it might be Brad on his own or with another guest because I'm at the darts. So make sure you do tune in for darts now as well. Our affiliate channel, we have a few of them now, odds now as well for more in-depth betting previews on other sports. Check the description out. The links will be there. On our Darts Now channel, we're doing 16 prizes to celebrate 16 days of the World Championship, which starts on Thursday. The crowning priest of that is a signed Raymond van Barneveld and Phil Taylor photograph with a match used darts from either. So do check that out. And I'll see you guys next week.